how to do a non-invasive succulent watering. I do this once a week. I usually do it every Saturday because that's when I have a lot of time. And what I normally do is I get at least 3 of these plastic containers, just so that you could do this pretty fast. And I just want to explain a little bit. If you have a small or a shallow planter like this, which I do the little ones first because they're the ones that suck up the water fairly quickly, and it gets them out of the way. But I have so many succulents. Let me show you. And it usually takes me all day, but you know what? I love it, so I don't complain. Feel that? Okay, so back to this. Now, the first thing I do is I fill up the tub with water. Every 2 weeks I would use cactus juice with the water, because the succulents love cactus juice, and that's 1 teaspoon to a gallon of water. So first I put the juice in, and then I fill it up with water, because then it already mixes. I don't have to shake the bottle because it gets pretty heavy and I'm not that strong. So fill it up with water, not totally, just maybe 1/3 of the way. And these guys love this way. So I'm just going to place them all in there, and I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to sit here and watch me do every single one. Okay, so this moisture meter, I have a moisture meter, and these are pretty cheap. They're like 10 bucks on Amazon, but it really helps to know if there's still water or moisture in your plants. So if there's still moisture in your plants, succulents don't really like a lot of moisture on their roots. So when the top is pretty dry, like this guy right here, it's one of my little babies. See, it's so dry that it's coming out of the soil. So I'm going to rebury it. That's all you gotta do. And the beauty of that is the way this watering system is that you don't have to worry about the plant coming off of the soil because you watered from above. So here's one, and I'm going to stick this moisture meter in there, and it reads 0, almost to 1, but not enough, so that is just as good as it not having any water. So I'm going to rebury him back into the soil, and so when you water from the bottom, it'll catch that the plant again. So hopefully this time it grows more roots. Okay, so let's see, how are we doing? I'm not seeing anything yet, but remember what that looks like. Pretty dry. Another thing to remember is that you have to check the water level, because these plants are sucking up that water pretty fast. So if the water level is not reaching the whole of the planter, then it's not going to be able to suck the water up anymore. So I'm going to add some more, because I see that my water level is going down. So fill it back up, maybe 1/3 of the way, not too much that it's probably going to float on you, so don't do it. Perfect example of when to stop. You see this part right here where there's some water, that this is darker than this. It's because the water is starting to seep up to the sides. So it's easy to see on this plant right here because it's in a container where you can see through. And if you look through, you'll see the water is already up here, which means that in the middle is already wet. What if you have a container like this? You can't see, okay? You can't see because it's dark. So the way the indication is, if you see black or darker areas right here, it means just like the other one that I showed you, the water level is already reaching the top. So that's when you pull them out of the container and put them back in your tray like this. Fill them, and if it's sunny out, just leave them out in the sun for about, I'd say about an hour, maybe if they're these small, I would say an hour and a half. Make sure that you set your timer on so that you don't forget, because I do that and I don't want you to make that mistake. So set your timer and put them back under filtered light, because if you apply the sunshine to them, at least some of that water has evaporated, because one thing that succulents hate is very, very moist and wet roots. Another thing to remember, if you can't see through your planter, just like this one, it's really easy to just get some of these planters right here, maybe a little taller, and they're just I think there were 4 for $1 at the dollar store, but I love them because I can see how much water it's taking in. These babies are very, very sensitive. This is actually not a baby anymore, it's a teenager. It's getting too big for its britches, so I have to probably repot that. But you see here on the side, there's water, sweat. That's when you stop. That's when you pick them up off the, and you can feel it's really heavier than when it went in. So that's when to stop watering. So here they all are back in their tray, and I set them out here where the sun will be beating down. Today is going to be a hot day. It's only 7-ish right now and it's already 60 degrees. So once I'm gonna leave them here for about a couple hours, because I think 8 o'clock is when the sun will be coming out. Just so that they could dry up a little, some of the water will evaporate. And see, if you notice, when I showed you earlier how it was soaking up the water, it's not going to stop. That's why when I say wait, take them out once you see water on the sides, is because it continues to suck from the bottom. The bottom is a lot wetter than the top. So if you take that out, then the roots will not get too much water, and you set them out in the sunshine and some of that water will evaporate. But by this time, the plant has already picked up all the water that it needs for the week. Okay, so my neighbor dog, his name is Blue. He bugs me every single day because he wants his treat. I started giving him a treat so he doesn't bark at my dogs. Look at him. Hi, Blue. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Are you ready for your snack? Oh, yeah. What? What'd you say, boy? What'd you say, boy? What'd you say, boy? You're too funny. Okay, hold on just a second. Yes, he's waiting for me. You waiting for me, boy? Huh? Are you waiting for me? Huh? And yes, I do have permission from his owner if I can give him treats every day.